The elephant in the room, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli question. How many times have you guys asked me on live? How many times will we answer this? But reasonably speaking, no one would have really thought that at the end of a match which India has lost badly, 3 days later you have another massively important test match, because if you win that, you still retain Boria Gavaskar trophy that Rohit and Virat would give up. I, for one, did not, because if you really think that way, then the senior pros are actually deserting the ship and walking away. If you don't perform in Sydney, and I'm making no qualms about it, if you don't perform in Sydney, even if India plays well and you guys don't perform in Sydney, there is enough room for Gautam Gambhir, chairman of selectors, selection committee, to sit you down and ask what is going on. Is it the end of the road for two of the greatest players? The fact of the matter is, at this point in time, Virat Kohli is continuously letting his ego take over and losing his wicket, unnecessarily chasing balls outside off. If you take a look, one after the other, it's a carbon copy dismissal from test match number 1. When that happens, it is a problem. India doesn't qualify for the WTC final. Are you going to have these guys for the England tour in red ball? Is a massive question to ask. Rohit Sharma. Time and again we have seen the captain not scoring runs. In Melbourne, he looked very good in the second innings. Finally, was able to grit it out, 40 balls, and then again he threw it away. That is where you feel gutted about it. You feel absolutely frustrated that why? You've got it under control and then you throw it away. Makes absolutely no sense. Rohit, as the leader, will have to ask this question of himself in Sydney. Should I give up? Is it time? Unless he performs dramatically well in Sydney, these are questions to be asked. Not during the Melbourne Test match, not ahead of the Sydney Test match, because you cannot just leave these two players in 3 days' time and put a radically different team out on the park. But if Sydney doesn't go India's way, do I see Rohit Sharma in England in red ball? No, I do not. I do see Jasprit Bumrah captaining India and possibly Rishabh Pant as vice captain. I do not see Rohit Sharma as part of India's red ball setup. Having said that, I still think that in Sydney you have a role for these two players. They will have to tell themselves that this series is not yet done. If you win the Sydney Test match, you still win Boria Majumdar trophy. It is one of the most important Test match that these two players and the rest of the team has played. So collectively, sit yourselves down, curb your ego, give it your best and try and get a result. A 2-2 means World Test Championship is still alive. 2-2 means Australia hasn't beaten you in 10 years. 2-2 means you go back with the Boria Gavaskar trophy. Stakes could not be higher. I hope Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli realize that. I hope Virat Kohli looks at Tendulkar's innings in Sydney in 2004. 20 years back, Sachin Tendulkar and discipline in Sydney is what Virat Kohli needs to see. We compare him with the greatest. Just go and see what the greatest did. Curb his ego, self-discipline, grind down, make the Australians come at you. Virat Kohli, by playing that 8-stump ball, is giving it away. Rohit Sharma did the hard yards, gave it away. That's where these two fellows, one final time maybe, put their hand up. As an Indian analyst, as an Indian fan, that's what you want to see. But as I said, way too many questions at this point in time for the two duo. Do they have answers? We will know in the next 3 days, because the answers will have to come from within. We will see if we do have the answers out on the pitch. The final test, maybe the final time, the final roll of the dice for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli.